The hospital. And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, and for Hannah this morning.
And after that rocky day yesterday, anything like that today?
Thankfully, nothing is active today. We do have some sunshine moving in. We have patchy fog this morning. Those will be the main headlines. Maybe a stray storm in the afternoon, but nothing like yesterday, that's for sure. In fact, taking a look at the local temperatures this morning, we are on the mild side yet again. In the upper 50s to low 60s across central New York. 61 Big Moose, 57 Inlet, 60 Little Falls, 60 degrees in Deansboro. To the south, 60 in Cooperstown, 58 in Sherburne, and 54 in Skenevis. And things are quiet. Thankfully, on the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 dropped the radar, and for the most part, looks to appear quiet for today. We are still monitoring some storms that we expect to develop south of central New York, and we're going to be monitoring how far north the extent of some of them go. But again, today, highs in the low to mid 80s, partly sunny skies, a stray storm possible. We are also talking about the potential for wildfire smoke moving into our area this evening and into tomorrow. Let you know how that will impact air quality coming up. Back over to you.
Eric, thanks. 3 constructors in Madison County are recovering in the hospital, but they're lucky to be alive after they were all struck by lightning during yesterday's line of powerful storms. Madison County Sheriff's officials say the 3 men were waiting for the storm to pass near a flagpole, and that flagpole was hit by lightning. The current traveled down the pole, through the ground, and into the 3 men. All 3 were taken to the hospital. 1 is in critical condition, but all are expected to survive. Those storms brought hail and some very gusty winds that took down trees and power lines across many parts of our viewing area. A mechanical malfunction may be to blame for a bizarre.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
We're talking about rain chances for today, as well as an update on the forecast for later in the week. First off, for today, an isolated storm chance, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. The Mohawk Valley and north largely is going to be spared from those rainfall chances as a system bringing spotty rain showers south of central New York could produce a stray storm just north of the expected area. Besides that, though, Wednesday is looking dry before rain chances become more scattered for Thursday and even less scattered for Friday. So an update on the weather for the end of this week with new information we received yesterday evening. Starting out for obviously today, numerous breaks in the sunshine with some clouds moving in. Lots of sunshine for tomorrow. However, overcast skies most likely for Thursday, as well as a line of rain showers that could limit the high temperature for the day, at least for the overall highs for Thursday. So overall, a warm pattern for the next 3 to 4 days. Friday looks to be the warmest day of the week with highs approaching 90, and after that we are cooling down Saturday and Sunday with the humidity sticking around at least for Saturday, but it looks to break on Sunday. Gary?
Thanks. The latest border battle has ramped up into a legal...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. After active weather yesterday, things are much more quiet for today. But first, we're starting out with patchy fog in valley locations. Here is a view, or a lack of view, of downtown Utica. You can barely see the skyline here from some of the fog in the valley. This is developed both in some parts of the Mohawk Valley as well as areas in the southern valleys this morning. This is expected to lift as temperatures continue to rise this morning. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 dropped the radar. We are currently dry across central New York, and for the most part looking to remain dry aside from a low storm chance south of the Mohawk Valley. And unfortunately, we are going to be expecting a return with some wildfire smoke, primarily for tomorrow. Some of it could be arriving as early as late this evening. And our thoughts right now is this is probably one of the lightest influences of air quality we'll be seeing over the past several months. And what that means, at least for us, is indicating possibly a moderate air quality concern for those of you who are unusually sensitive to air quality particulates in the atmosphere. And for the most part, no air quality concerns for today, and possibly this level of air quality concerns for tomorrow. Other than that, though, dry weather moves in for a lot of the area for today as well as tomorrow. However, rain chances are on the rise for Thursday as a line of scattered showers and storms move through central New York. The MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So to our Skycast, the timing of the weather systems for today. We're still looking at that patchy fog in the valley locations this morning. Temperatures warming up into the low to mid 80s by this afternoon. Beautiful weather to go out to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair in Boonville this afternoon and evening. We're still monitoring these stray chances of thunderstorms. You notice one right here moving through western or eastern Otsego County right between 5 and 6 p.m. One or two storms probably will be the maximum at this point, but we're looking at mostly dry conditions as a lot of the active weather still stays south of central New York. By tomorrow, sunshine moves in after patchy fog once more in valley locations again. Warming up into the mid to upper 70s, so a warm and sunny day in store for us Wednesday. And the potential for some scattered showers by the early morning hours for Thursday, before a scattered line of storms move through Thursday afternoon, and one or two of those could be on the stronger side as they strengthen as they push east in the Albany area. So for today, high of 83 degrees, partly sunny with a stray storm possible south of the valley. Tonight, lows down into the low 60s with patchy fog once more. And our 7-day forecast, an update to our forecast from yesterday. Thursday trending slightly cooler with scattered showers and storms. Still looking very warm for Friday, though, with hazy, hot, and humid conditions, highs in the low 90s. After that, though, we're entering a cooler pattern, though. By Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, highs only in the low to mid 70s.
Yeah, the roller coaster continues.
Yep.
Eric, thanks. Coming up, members of the... And thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, and for Hannah.
Boy, those storms did cause some damage down in Otsego County and over in Madison County as well.
Yeah, Madison County, Herkimer County, a lot of areas did see some wind damage, and I did hear that there was at least there were 3 people that were unfortunately struck by lightning too, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's okay with them. For today, though, things are much less active. We do have some patchy fog, as you can see behind us in Utica, as well as across central New York. Here's a look across the state on the New York State Mesonet cameras. Herkimer, Morrisville, parts of Sherburne, as well as before Lawrence camera updated, some parts of Lawrence, seeing some fog this morning. And it's mainly in lower elevations in valley areas at this point. And for the rest of central New York, we are currently dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. And for today, looking to be a somewhat nice day with partly sunny skies, highs in the low to mid 80s. We're monitoring the chance for an isolated storm, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. I'll go into more detail on what to expect for that. Plus, the possibility of a wildfire smoke returning to our area coming up. Back over to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The New York State Attorney General is leading a coalition to expand languages on severe weather emergency alerts. Letitia James and 15 other attorneys general from across the United States are all calling on the FCC to use human translators, not a machine, to increase the number of available languages from 13 to at least 25. These are the alerts that warn people about violent storms and flash flooding and extreme heat. The AG's office says Sloan Kettering and UCLA studied the accuracy of machine translators and found accuracy can be as low as 55%. Well, we are already looking ahead.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
A foggy start to your Tuesday, but it's looking to be a very nice day to spend time outside. In fact, a great day to head to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair this afternoon. Temperatures expected to warm up into the mid 70s to low 80s by the early afternoon and the low to mid 80s by this evening, with partly sunny skies, and any rain chances at this point look to stay south of the Boonville area at this point. Currently, though, temperatures are hovering in the upper 50s, 58 degrees, checking in at Griffith Park in Rome. And for the conditions right now in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, off the radar, we are currently quiet and dry across the area. And again, for today, going to be very nice with partly sunny skies, temperatures climbing up into the low to mid 80s. Again, we are talking about a return with some wildfire smoke. I'll explain in more detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. An update now on the ongoing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Fog has developed in a lot of valley locations this morning, and for today, things are trending much more dry compared to yesterday. In fact, there's a live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Zooming out a little bit from our Cavvy Tower Cam, you notice the blanket of fog over the Mohawk Valley this morning. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. We are currently dry across central New York. And for most of us, we are going to remain dry for today with only a very small chance of a pop-up shower or storm, especially in higher elevations just south of the Mohawk Valley. Looking mainly at the higher elevations in Madison County as well as Otsego County. Unfortunately, we do have another smoke forecast. And as long as these fires in West Canada still are burning, we still have to be talking about this for the near future. Now, today, nothing too bad. Maybe could be seeing a colorful sunset with hazy skies to the west. But tomorrow, some of this smoke could reach the surface and impact air quality. However, nothing too major is expected at this point. However, if you do know anyone or if you are someone who is unusually sensitive to slightly impacted air quality, you might want to limit your time outdoors. It's nothing too major. Again, the highest air quality alert you probably put out for tomorrow would be a moderate, so level 1 out of 4 air quality alert for at least the next couple of days. Besides the smoke possibilities, things are trending dry for the most part today and then completely dry for Wednesday before scattered showers and storms move through Thursday. That would probably be the best day to do yard work or mow your lawn. The MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So to our Skycast, patchy fog developing in valley locations this morning, quickly clearing out and producing some sunny skies by the late morning to early afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s. As we approach the afternoon to early evening, cloud cover begins to increase as isolated storm chances increase, especially again south of the Mohawk Valley. You can see one of these storms developing just to the east of Cooperstown. Beyond that, though, clear skies again tonight, lows down in the upper 50s to low 60s. And then beyond that, another nice day expected tomorrow, warming up, actually very warm into the mid to upper 80s with heat index values approaching 90 degrees. Even more humid conditions expected for Thursday as scattered showers continue to develop from the west, and so will the humidity that will linger into Friday. And so for today, high of 83 degrees, partly sunny skies, a stray storm to the south. Tonight, low of 60 with patchy fog once more. And our 7-day forecast. Dry weather for Wednesday, trending slightly cooler for Thursday, highs only in the low 80s. And along with that, too, hazy, hot, humid conditions for Friday, 90 degrees. And then a cool down Saturday, Sunday, and Monday down into the 70s.
Hopefully nothing like yesterday, though.
Hopefully not.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:51. Still ahead on Sunrise 3. And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, in for Hannah.
And a very scary day yesterday as 3 local construction workers struck by lightning.
Yeah, and what I heard there is one is in critical condition right now, but is expected to be okay, right?
That's for sure.
Okay, that's a plus.
Yeah.
But at least for today, nothing too major. We do actually have a very nice day with at least some sunshine, partly sunny skies. Along with that, too, there is an isolated storm chance south of the valley. We do have fog out there this morning, though, so plan some extra time for your morning commute. Here's a live look at our Cavvy Tower camera. A blanket of fog over the Mohawk Valley in the early morning hours today. And a look across the state on the New York State Mesonet cameras showing fog developing in Herkimer as well as parts of Lawrence, Sherburne. I think I see some in the corner right there in Springfield as well, and even some lightly in Oppenheim. Now, a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. We are dry across central New York. And for most of us today, going to be mostly dry. Going to be a very nice day. High temps reaching the low to mid 80s. Partly sunny skies, a stray storm or two possible, and on top of that, we are tracking the possibility of a wildfire smoke returning again to our area. I'll explain in more detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Again, 3 construction recovering in local hospitals, but they're lucky to be alive after they were all struck by lightning during yesterday's line of powerful storms. Madison County Sheriff's officials say the 3 men were actually waiting for the storm to pass right near a flagpole, and that flagpole was hit by lightning. The current traveled down the pole, through the ground, and right into all 3 men. One is in critical condition, but luckily all are expected to survive. Those storms brought hail and some very gusty winds that took down trees and power lines across many parts of our viewing area. A mechanical malfunction.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We're talking about rain chances for today as well as for the remainder of this coming week. Starting out with today, although we're looking at mostly dry conditions, there is a chance for an isolated storm, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Those of us in the valley locations should remain dry for the entire day. Regardless, completely dry weather is expected for your Wednesday before more scattered showers and storms arrive Thursday, and that could impact the potential for how warm it gets. Along with that, too, the cloud cover. Numerous breaks for today, sunshine for tomorrow, and again, that cloud cover that could impact those potential high temperatures reaching 90 on Thursday. Regardless, those high temperatures return on Friday. So because of that, our highs for Thursday have dropped down compared to yesterday, down into the low to even possibly mid-80s. As that line of rain showers come through, it will reduce those temperatures down. But anyways, for Friday, heat index values could reach the low to mid-90s, a hazy, hot and humid day. After that, though, cooling down as we head into the weekend with high temperatures only reaching the low to mid-70s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The latest border battle has...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. We are tracking patchy fog developing in valley locations this morning before it turns out to be a very nice day with patchy sunshine and temperatures warming up into the low to mid 80s. Here's a live look at downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Things are a bit hard to see at this point. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. We are currently dry across central New York. And for most of us today, rain is not expected. However, we are looking at the possibility of an isolated shower or storm developing south of the Mohawk Valley, just below the I-90 corridor. So for those of you in the southern valleys, be aware of a possibility of a random thunderstorm popping up in the afternoon to early evening as a disturbance south of New York moves into the northeast. Temperatures 55 degrees in Inlet, 57 in Clinton, 60 degrees in New Hartford, and to the south, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 59 in Milford, 62 in Lawrence, 56 in Edmiston, and 57 degrees in West Lawrence. Unfortunately, though, we are seeing a return with some wildfire smoke from the fires out in Western Canada. However, thankfully this time, nothing appears to be too significant in terms of air quality near the surface. For the most part today, nothing is really expected to impact us at all. Maybe some smoke aloft could make for a colorful sunset. However, for tomorrow, it could impact us a little bit more, only for those of you who are unusually sensitive to poor air quality, at least for a level 1 out of 4 level of air quality concern for tomorrow. Again, nothing too much of an impact, at least for now. So our skycast for today, temperatures warming up into the low to mid 70s by the late morning, into the low to mid 80s by this evening as clouds slowly move into the area. Things looking mostly dry across central New York. Again, that stray storm chance south of the valley is possible. Those of you going to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair today, things look entirely dry from sunrise until sunset. 3 a.m. tomorrow, temperatures down into the upper 50s to low 60s, and then warming up into the mid to upper 80s tomorrow with dry weather, sunshine, and humidity starts to increase. Then for Thursday, a brief round of storms move through. Then a mixture of clouds and sunshine as another round of showers expected to move through the afternoon to early parts of the evening. Some of these storms also could be on the stronger side as well. That could limit the high temperatures for Thursday as well. After that, though, we continue to see warmer temperatures for Friday. So for today, high of 83 degrees, partly sunny skies, a stray storm south of the valley. Tonight, lows down into low 60s with patchy fog. Our 7-day forecast, dry weather expected Wednesday, humid conditions for Thursday with those showers and storms. A couple could be on the stronger side. And then hazy, hot, and humid conditions for Friday, highs approaching 90, and then a cool down. We have a roller coaster of weather down into the 70s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
It is the dog days.
The dog days, hottest days of the year.
Yeah, that's for sure. Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, and for Hannah.
And hopefully some of those storms that you were mentioning won't be as severe as yesterday.
Yeah, nothing severe compared to yesterday, and a lot less coverage. Yesterday, the storms were scattered, meaning they were all over the entire viewing area. Now for today, mainly focused on the southern valleys area primarily. If that, most of these storms are looking to be outside our viewing area in general. But there is some potential for those to develop south of the Mohawk Valley. This morning, though, we are dealing with patchy fog. Here's a live view of our Cabby Tower camera. A blanket of fog over the Mohawk Valley this morning. And we see some of the fog on their Mesonet cameras across central New York and Morrisville, Herkimer, even in some parts of Lawrence, Sherburne, and Brookfield this morning. And the fog will slowly come to an end as the temperatures continue to rise later on this morning. A live view from our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. We are currently dry across central New York. And the storms you're mentioning are primarily south of central New York. I see one right here. But we're monitoring the farthest extent north that these storms can go. And of course, that'll be our focus of weather for today. Other than that, though, if you are in the Mohawk Valley and north, you're remaining mostly, if not entirely dry, with partly sunny skies, temperatures in the low to mid 80s. And also on top of that, we are tracking a return to some wildfire smoke as we head into tomorrow. And look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. New York State Attorney General Letitia James is leading a coalition to expand languages for severe weather emergency alerts. James and 15 other attorneys general from across the nation are calling on the FCC to use human translators, not a machine, to increase the number of available languages from 13 to at least 25. These are the alerts that warn people about violent storms and flash flooding and extreme heat. The AG's office says studies looked at the accuracy of machine translators and found that accuracy when it comes to weather translation can be as low as 55%. Induction Weekend 2024 in Cooperstown 2020.
The Cooperstown Camp is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
A foggy start to your Tuesday as temperatures are already in the upper 50s to low 60s. This afternoon, though, looking to be fantastic if you're looking to head out to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair in Boonville, as temperatures are expected to climb into the upper 70s to low 80s by the early afternoon, and the low to mid 80s by the late evening. Along with that, too, the rain chances look to stay south of the Boonville area for today. So expect partly sunny skies and mostly, if not entirely, dry weather. Current conditions right now, 58 degrees, measured at Griffiths Park in Rome. Some of our area are currently in the low 60s at this point. And things are quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar. And for the most part today, expect to remain mostly quiet with a stray chance of a thunderstorm or two south of the Mohawk Valley. And that'll be in our forecast for today with highs in the low to mid 80s. We are tracking warmer temperatures in the middle of this coming week, as well as a return of wildfire smoke. I'll explain in more detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. An update now on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. As you just saw in the Cavity Tower camera, low-lying clouds and patchy fog. The story for this morning, here is a view underneath those clouds from our Nexus camera looking at downtown Utica. You can start to see the buildings a little more clearly since the past hour or so, as those clouds will slowly lift and then become less thick as the sunshine moves in for later on this morning. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar. We are dry across central New York, and for most of us today, we're expected to remain entirely dry with only a chance of an isolated shower or storm potential south of the Mohawk Valley, especially in the higher elevations in the Madison and northern Otsego counties. Skywatch checking in this morning, 55 inlet, 57 in Clinton, 60 degrees in New Hartford, and to the south, 59 Cooperstown and Westford, 62 in Lawrence, 56 Edmiston, and 59 degrees once more over in Morris. Unfortunately, we're talking about wildfire smoke again, but thankfully nothing too major within the next couple of days. So for today, no impact is expected. However, we could be seeing a nice colorful sunset tonight, depending on where the position of the smoke is going to be in the upper atmosphere. Some of this smoke could reach the surface tomorrow, and that could impact air quality slightly, but again, nothing too major. Our air quality index for, at least for tonight and early parts of tomorrow, is a level 1 out of 4, a moderate air quality alert. Basically means those of you who are unusually sensitive to air quality issues such as particulates with wildfire smoke, you want to avoid spending too much time outdoors. Other than that, most of us should be fine spending any longer periods of time outside. Our Skycast showing patchy fog in the valley locations this morning. That will quickly make way for partly sunny skies this afternoon. High temperatures reaching the low to mid 80s. As we approach the evening, we are monitoring the chances for an isolated shower or storm developing just south of the Mohawk Valley. You can see that right there pass through the higher elevation south. And then overnight lows tonight down into the upper 50s to low 60s. Very nice weather expected Wednesday. In fact, on the hotter side, with high temperatures reaching the mid to upper 80s with mostly, if not entirely, dry weather. And then active weather returns on Thursday. That could limit the high temperature reaching the low to mid 80s by Thursday evening, with possibly a stronger line of storms arriving later on Thursday evening. So for today, high 83 degrees, partly sunny skies, a stray shower or storm south. Tonight, low 60 with patchy fog once more. And our 7-day forecast, dry weather for Wednesday. The rain limiting the high temperatures on Thursday. The update to the forecast compared to yesterday, but still humid though. And then hazy, hot, and humid conditions for Friday, highs approaching 90. And then we cool down for Saturday and Sunday, down into the at least upper 70s for Saturday, and then the low to mid 70s for Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, we should feel lucky, though, compared to, like, Florida, right?
Oh, yeah. Florida, definitely very hot. When you have heat indexes in the 110s,
Yeah.
That's not fun.
So we're not too bad off.
Yeah, not too bad.
Eric, thanks. The time right now, 6:51.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
A good Tuesday morning to you, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberchore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage in for Hannah this morning.
And if you didn't see it yesterday, boy, did we get hit by those storms. I mean, they popped up all over the place.
Yeah, I remember like noontime, we had one that went through Cooperstown, and as the noon show was wrapping up, some more storms in Oneida County, and then in the evening, and there was a lot of A lot of lightning, a lot of, fortunately, wind damage, and of course, people unfortunately got struck by lightning too.
And luckily, they're going to be okay, we're told. So
yes, that's a good plus. Now for today, thankfully, way less active in terms of weather. Sunshine moves in with partly sunny skies. And fog starting out this morning, as a matter of fact. Here's a live look at our Cavvy Tower camera looking at downtown Utica. And the fog is slowly lifting as these clouds will become thinner and thinner until they will disappear within the next few hours or so. But here's a live view of the Mohawk Valley at this point. Other than that, though, things are quiet and dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. We are monitoring to the south a weak disturbance that could be pushing a isolated pop-up shower or storm into parts of the southern valleys, primarily right in this location here, just north of Hamilton and Cooperstown as well. But for the rest of central New York, especially north of the valley, you should be almost entirely dry. Now for today, though, partly sunny skies, a stray storm possible with highs reaching the low to mid 80s. Warmer temperatures expected tomorrow with dry weather. Unfortunately, though, we are talking about wildfire smoke too. I'll explain in more detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. As we mentioned, 3 construction workers at hospital, but they are lucky to be alive after they were all struck by lightning during yesterday's powerful storms. Madison County Sheriff's officials say the 3 men were actually waiting for the storms to pass right near a flagpole, and that flagpole was hit by lightning. The current traveled down the pole, through the ground, and right into all 3 men. One is listed in critical condition, but we're told that all are expected to survive. Those storms brought hail and some very gusty winds that took down trees and power lines across many parts of our viewing area. A mechanical malfunction.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Patchy valley fog has developed across the area this morning and is set to clear out within the next few hours or so. Beyond that, partly sunny skies expected for your Tuesday. Here's a live look at our Nexus camera looking at downtown Utica. Again, those low-lying clouds and patchy fog slowly lifting. This morning, things are quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar, and look to remain quiet for most of central New York for today, aside from an isolated shower or storm south of the valley. Skywatch is checking in, 55 degrees inlet, 57 in Clinton, 60 in New Hartford. To the south, Edmonston checking in, 56, Milford 59, and Cooperstown 59 as well. As we head into the next couple of days, especially Wednesday, is a return to some, unfortunately, wildfire smoke. Now, thankfully, a lot of this smoke doesn't appear to reach the ground too much, but it could slightly impact air quality for tomorrow. Today, though, mainly going to be impacting possibly the view of a sunset. Could be seeing a colorful reddish sunset tonight. And it looks to be clearing out by Thursday and Friday. So the max impact we think right now looks to be a level 1 out of 4 risk. So for those of you who are unusually sensitive to particulates in the air, this would be a concern for you only to spend a limited amount of time outdoors. The rest of us should be okay for the most part. So to our skycast for today and for the next couple of days, the patchy fog lifting this morning. Partly sunny skies this afternoon, temperatures climbing up into the low to mid 80s. A brief round of showers or storms could move through the southern valleys, primarily north, right here, north of I-88 and between Cooperstown, Hamilton, Route 20. For the most part, that looks to be the most extent of the rain showers for today. Tonight, clearing out and temperatures cooling down into the low 60s to upper 50s. Warm day tomorrow with sunshine, highs approaching the mid to upper 80s. And after that, though, active weather returns for Thursday with a brief round of rain possible in the morning, drying out in the afternoon before another round of scattered showers and storms begin to arrive in the evening. And some of these showers could be on the stronger side. So for today, high of 83 degrees, partly sunny skies, a stray storm south of the valley. Tonight, a low of 60 with some patchy fog developing. And our 7-day forecast, sunshine for Wednesday, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Slightly cooler for Thursday, but still humid with scattered showers and storms. Hazy, hot, and humid for Friday. Highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Cooling down for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Weather not bad right now for day one of the Boonville-Oneida County Fair. And meteorologist Eric Gage is on location today. He is live up in Boonville at the fair with our first look at today's forecast. Good afternoon to you, Eric.
Good afternoon, Gary. Yes, we are right here live at the Boonville-Oneida County Fair, and the sun is out, and the temperatures are actually pretty warm out right now. Let's take a look at the current conditions, at least, and I measured at Griffith Park in Rome, and it's 75 degrees. Feels like 75, although, in my opinion, it feels slightly warmer out here with the humidity out there right now. And taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Thankfully, all of central New York is currently dry at this point, but we're still monitoring the chance of a stray storm south of the Mohawk Valley. And again, the conditions for today are expected to climb up into the upper 70s by around 1 to 2 p.m. and the low to mid 80s by 3 to 4 p.m. And beyond this, though, again, lots of sunshine across the area. We've got some clouds moving in through too, but for the most part, a lot of us are staying dry for today. And in fact, for the most part, we're going to be seeing the chance of a storm south of the valley, at least possibly within the next few hours. I'll send it back up to you, Gary.
Eric, thank you. And if you are thinking of heading up to the fair today,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
We are live here at the Oneida County Fair in Boonville, and the sun is out. It feels very warm out, almost like the upper 70s to low 80s. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are currently dry across all of central New York, thankfully, at this time, and temperatures are slowly starting to rise. Local temperatures across the area: 76 Westmoreland and 76 in Whitesboro, 70 degrees in Big Moose, and 78 degrees in Little Falls. And to the south, 73 Skenevis and Norwich, as well as Sherburne, and 75 degrees checking in Cooperstown. We're not out of the woods with the rain so far today. We do have an isolated storm chance possible, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. However, tomorrow is expected to be entirely dry with plenty of sunshine. Scattered showers return both for the early morning hours Thursday as well as the evening, and a little bit less on the scattered side in terms of rain coverage for Friday. But the big story this week is going to be the heat as well as the humidity. Tuesday and Wednesday, although slightly muggy, not too bad. However, Thursday and Friday will feel very humid, almost tropical, with dew points reaching the low 70s. And on top of that, too, an update on the forecast for Thursday. It is trending slightly colder, but still we could be reaching the mid-80s by the mid-afternoon. The big story is almost 90 degrees on Friday with, of course, high humidity. Heat index values could be approaching 100 degrees or so, especially in the lower elevations. We'll keep you updated on the possibility of that if any heat advisories will be issued. After that, though, we do cool down with 70s Saturday as well as Sunday. Now, to our sky for today, that patchy fog we mentioned in the morning gave way to partly sunny skies. Temperatures already in the mid to upper 70s, approaching the low to mid 80s by this afternoon. We're still looking at the possibility of scattered, at least an isolated shower or storm south of the valley, closer to the later evening hours. Overnight tonight, down into the upper 50s to low 60s. A very warm day in store for us tomorrow with lots of sunshine and, of course, dry weather. And then we're talking about some rain showers set to arrive, possibly some levels of thunder by early Thursday morning. Dry in the afternoon, and another round of scattered showers and storms that could be arriving by the evening. So again, today, highs in the low to mid 80s, partly sunny skies, a stray storm possible tonight. Patchy fog once again, cooling down into the low 60s. And our 7-day forecast, we're talking about sunshine for Wednesday, humid conditions for Thursday with scattered showers and storms. And on top of that too as well, hazy high humid conditions for Friday. After that, though, we do cool down, back down into the 70s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Gary?
Eric, thank you, and we will be checking back in with you in our next half hour. Well, now to the latest on the
The The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I am live here once again at the Boonville Oneida County Fair, where the sun is peeking out between some of the clouds right now. A slight breeze, but the humidity is noticeable today with dew points in the mid-60s. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are dry across the area at this point. We are still monitoring the chance of a pop-up shower or storm south of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures are slowly rising up into the upper 70s to low 80s, 77 in Westmoreland, 76 in Whitesboro, 81 up north in Lowville, and 78 in Little Falls. To the south, 77 Cooperstown, 78 in Sherburne, and 75 degrees in Norwich. A rainfall outlook over the next 4 days, and again an isolated storm possible south of the Mohawk Valley this evening, roughly between 3 and 6 p.m. We could luck out and see none at all. But again, nothing as widespread as yesterday, that's for sure. More dry weather in store for us for Wednesday, with plenty of sunshine, warming up into the low to mid 80s, or at least mid to upper 80s. Along with that, too, scattered showers do return for Thursday. The big story this week is going to be the humidity, though. Humidity is noticeable for today as well as Wednesday, but it really starts to pick up Thursday and Friday with dew points in the 70s, feeling very tropical. And along with that, too, adding to it the temperature, the low 80s to mid 80s by Thursday, but again, approaching 90 degrees on Friday. It will feel very warm for sure. After that, though, we do cool down into the low to mid 70s by Sunday and eventually into Monday with, thankfully, lots of sunshine. And so our skycast for today, we're still monitoring those pop-up showers and storms that could pop up south of the Mohawk Valley. Look at the timing of this, looks to be closer to the evening hours. After that, though, we remain entirely dry tonight with patchy fog, lows down into the upper 50s to low 60s. Warm weather in store for us tomorrow with plenty of sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 80s. And as we head into early Thursday morning, there's a chance of a brief round of showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder, so be wary of that as you're driving into work early Thursday. And then beyond that, though, we are talking about a mostly dry morning to early part of the afternoon Thursday before scattered showers and storms return for Thursday evening. So, again, for today, highs in the low to mid 80s, partly sunny skies, a stray storm possible south of the Mohawk Valley. Tonight, lows down into the upper 50s to low 60s with patchy fog developing once more. In our 7-day forecast, humidity returns once more for Thursday and Friday, again with highs approaching the upper 80s to low 90s. After that, though, a weather pattern change with Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as we cool down into the upper 70s by Saturday, and eventually the low to mid 70s by Sunday and Monday. Gary?
Eric, thank you. A North Carolina
Bill at the fair with a first look at your forecast today. Bill, good evening.
Good evening, Jason. Good evening, everyone. It is a beautiful day here up at the fair. Comfortable. It is warm, but it's not that humid, and we're expecting temperatures for the rest of today to stay in the upper 70s to low 80s, and we're expecting the weather to remain dry across most of central New York. Tomorrow should be a nice day, too, if you're heading up to the fair. It's looking mostly sunny with temperatures in the mid 80s. On the radar this evening, a couple of thunderstorms south in Shenango County, but again, they're not moving very quickly, and I do think that most of us will escape a dry day today and a dry evening. Current temperature 78. Humidity, again, not bad. Our dew point has crept up a bit since yesterday, and that trend is going to continue as we head into the next couple of days. It'll be pleasant tonight. It'll be warm tomorrow, but not too humid. You'll notice a big difference in the humidity as we head into Thursday and Friday. Those are going to be some pretty hot days. Partly sunny this evening, temperatures in the 70s. We're going to take a look at the next chance of rain here and how the week is looking ahead, and that's coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Bill Cardis, thank you so much. Having a good time up there. Bill is not
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are live here in Boonville. It is a great day, beautiful weather for the start of the fair, and the weather over the next couple of days looks really nice. The humidity won't really creep up until we head into the end of the week. It looks like Thursday and Friday will be the days that will be the most humid. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the southern valleys at Shenango County, but that's moving south, so we're going to stay dry across the region as we head into this evening. And again, the weather is expected to be pretty nice across the area. I wanted to mention, too, there is a little bit of light smoke in the air from wildfires in Canada. It's not really a lot like we saw last week where you could smell it and it was more of an issue, but just a very light amount, which will be around today and tomorrow. So not really a big deal, but if you are very, very sensitive, you might notice a difference in the air quality over the next couple of days. Looking dry across the area, temperatures in the 70s this evening, 78 Whitesboro, Little Falls 78, Lake Pleasant 77. It's comfortable out, looking at mostly cloudy skies, just a high overcast. Later this week, the heat builds back, and it's Friday that we're watching. That day, 90 degrees, and with the humidity, it could be in the low to mid 90s. So the hottest day of the week, but it doesn't last. It looks like things are going to cool down as we head into the end of the week. The weekend's looking really nice. Some scattered showers and storms passing to our southeast this evening. The weather, again, should stay dry here as we head into tonight. As we look at the Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, temperatures are going to remain in the 60s here as we head into tonight, so it should be a pretty comfortable night. Tomorrow, nice day, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures look to climb into the mid-80s tomorrow night. The weather remains dry. Thursday will be the day that we have to watch. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be heading into the area, and a couple of those could pack a little bit of a punch with some heavier rain possible, especially in the afternoon and evening. You'll notice a big jump in the humidity as we head into Thursday afternoon. It's partly cloudy tonight, low 59. Tomorrow we're looking at sunshine. It's a very warm day, but not all that humid. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It does cool down starting Saturday. A cold front moves in. That is going to bring temperatures into the 70s as we head into the weekend. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday should be very comfortable. And we're looking at dry weather too. So a couple of storm chances here as we head into the end of the week. Hot day Friday, and then things will start to shape up pretty nicely as we head into early next week. We'll send it back over to Jason.
All right, Bill, I expect you to try some of that food in between weather hits, all right? Right now, more than in the mix at the Boonville Oneida County Fair. Bill, good evening.
We are tracking some really nice weather here for the fair. Temperatures are going to stay in the 80s as we head into the day tomorrow. Warm, but not too humid, and more importantly, dry. We're expecting the weather to remain dry through Thursday. That's going to be when we'll have our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. But again, tomorrow, temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Outside right now, not too much going on across the area. We are keeping an eye on a few thunderstorms across the southern valleys. The one in Shenango County expected to continue to move to the south. Great weather to maybe head up to the fair, take the dog out for a walk. Temperatures will remain in the 70s as we head into this evening. Our featured dog tonight is Brandy from Mohawk. This evening, again, temperatures will remain in the 70s. And again, we're looking at very nice weather. Tracking an increase in the humidity, though, later this week, along with some chances for storms. So look at your forecast is coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Bill Karnes from the fair. Thank you. Well, they kill more kids than...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Karnes.
Good evening. It is a great day to be to the fair. Just lovely weather, comfortable. It's warm, but it's going to cool off here over the next couple of hours. We are keeping an eye on the radar this evening to the south. There are a few showers and thunderstorms that have popped up across Otsego County and Shenango County. Those are heading south. Those are about it for the activity in our area. We're expecting the rest of the area to be dry across central New York this evening. Wanted to mention the air quality has slightly become poorer due to wildfire smoke. It's nothing like it was for the past couple of weeks, but there's been a very small downtick in the air quality, and that'll continue throughout the day tomorrow. You might notice a slight haze in the sky too, but I don't think this is going to be one of those scenarios where you really be able to tell that it's smoky out. Whitesboro 77 degrees, Little Falls 76, Lake Pleasant 76, and Inlet checking in with 76 degrees. So pretty nice day across the area. It's going to be hot later this week. It's high humidity too, especially Thursday and Friday. Friday's high 90. With the humidity, temperatures are going to feel warmer than what we have on the board here. It'll probably feel more like low to mid 90s here Friday afternoon. But looking ahead, there will be changes by the weekend. There's going to be a really strong cold front that moves in, and that is going to cool us off with temperatures in the 70s early next week. There's been a very weak area of low pressure that's been passing to our south, producing a lot of thunderstorms across downstate New York and into New England, but we've been able to avoid that today. Our dew point in the low 60s, making it feel slightly muggy today, but really it's not bad. The levels are going to climb. We're expecting dew points by Thursday and Friday to be near 70, so that will feel tropical here again later this week. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, we're looking at dry weather. Overnight lows will drop down into the low 60s to upper 50s, so pretty comfortable night. Sunshine tomorrow, should be a beautiful day, not even a chance for a shower or storm. Looking at high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, so a very warm day. Tomorrow night, low pressure starts to approach, so we'll see an increase in the cloud cover. It should be a really warm night too, only looking at temperatures in the low 70s. Scattered showers and storms expected Thursday as low pressure approaches. Some of these could be on the stronger side. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Locally heavy rain is possible. Temperatures Thursday look to climb into the upper 70s to low 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 59. Tomorrow, beautiful day, lots of sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We are tracking scattered showers and thunderstorms here for Thursday and Friday. And then we've got a big drop in the temperature here as a cold front arrives, looking at highs in the 70s as we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Taking in the sights and sounds from the fair, he's live in Boonville with a first look at the forecast at 6. Hi, Bill.
Yeah, we're looking at great weather here. We're at the Midway here. Well, lots of rides, lots of fun, and great weather this evening if you're heading up to the fair. If you're going up to the fair tomorrow, it should be a nice day too. We're expecting temperatures to climb into the low to mid 80s, so it'll be a warm day, but I think the humidity will stay in check at least for the next couple of days. We are taking a live look at the Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There are a few thunderstorms that have developed in Otsego County between Cooperstown and Oneonta. Those are gradually drifting south. Some locally heavy rain possible there, but those storms will miss the Mohawk and Valley and North Country. Temperatures in the upper 70s this evening. The humidity is low. It feels a touch muggy out there, but it's pretty comfortable. We're looking at partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the 70s as we head into this evening. An increase in the humidity and a better chance for storms later this week. I've got to look at the full forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill Cardis reporting live for us tonight. Continuing coverage now of a story.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are live here from the Boonville Oneida County Fair. We're at the Midway section where a bunch of folks are just enjoying a great evening. The weather's going to be great. Looking at low humidity. We are watching a couple of thunderstorms tonight in Otsego County. They're drifting south. They're just south of Cooperstown. That cell south of Cooperstown is heading towards Maryland. Thunder, lightning, locally heavy rain. Again, the biggest concern with those, just the fact that they're not moving very quickly, so that we could see some locally heavy rain there. But again, those are moving south. The weather this evening is looking really nice for the majority of the area. I wanted to mention that there is a very small change in the air quality today. Wildfire smoke from Alberta, Canada has kind of creeped into the area, but the air quality is not expected to be all that bad, but you might notice an extra amount of haze in the air today and tomorrow. Temperatures this evening, Cooperstown 73, Richfield Springs 76, Little Falls 78, Inlet 75. So again, pretty comfortable day across the area. Temperatures are going to warm up. Thursday, Friday, we're looking at highs in the 80s to near 90 by Friday. Those 2 days in particular look to be very humid. Some of the highest levels of humidity that we've seen so far this summer. Low pressure passing to our south today, producing widespread storms across downstate New York and western New England. That system is moving away from us. And again, those storms in Otsego County are kind of on the northern flank of that weather system. So again, that's moving out. Humidity into the low 60s. So it's a little muggy out there, but it's not bad. The numbers are going to come up a lot, though. By the end of the week, I'm expecting dew points to be in the low 70s, and that puts us at the very top of the category here. It's going to make it feel tropical. We haven't had dew points that high so far this summer, but again, that's what's in the cards here for later in the week. Tonight, open up the windows, air out the house. It's great weather-wise. We're in the 50s, should be very comfortable. Looking at dry weather. Beautiful day tomorrow. I know it's going to be a very warm day, but it's going to be sunny. The humidity is not going to be too bad. Temperatures will make their way into the upper 80s, so very, very warm day. Tomorrow night, very warm too. That's the night you're going to want to run the air conditioner if you have it, because overnight lows will only be in the low 70s. We have some clouds and maybe a few showers around. Thunderstorms are possible Thursday. We've got an area of low pressure that's going to push in the humidity, and that could create a few thunderstorms throughout Thursday afternoon. A few of those could be on the stronger side too, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those. Heavy rain, gusty winds, the top things we're watching right now, and again, we'll keep you posted. Partly cloudy tonight, low temperature 59 degrees. Tomorrow looks like a beautiful day, again, very warm, a high of 89. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. After we get through Friday, we are tracking a very strong cold front, and that's going to knock the temperatures down. It starts Saturday, we'll be in the 80s, but by Sunday, it's going to feel maybe like early September with sunshine, very low humidity, and a very comfortable stretch of weather here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with highs in the 70s. And overnight lows in the 50s. But again, a couple of thunderstorm chances and some high humidity to get through before we get there. Jason, back over to you.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis reporting live from the Boonville and Mendy County Fair. Thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And since we're talking fair, what's the fair forecast?
Tomorrow, I think, could be one of the best days to go. It's going to be a warm day, but it's going to be dry. Temperatures look to be in the low 80s for the Boonville and Mendy County Fair. Out there tonight, cooling off. A live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We had a couple of isolated storms earlier this afternoon across the southern valleys, some locally heavy rain, but those passed through relatively quickly. And we're looking at clear skies this evening, and the weather is just going to cooperate, cooling off pretty nicely too. We're expecting temperatures to drop into the upper 50s overnight. Great night to leave the windows open. The humidity stays low tomorrow, but it is really going to ramp up later this week, and we have a better chance to see some thunderstorms, especially Thursday and Friday. We're going to take a closer look at that. Some hot temperatures ahead. We'll let you know how long that lasts as well, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. New tonight, a Utica man is facing charges.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Weather looks nice heading into tonight. Great night to open up the windows, air out the house. It's going to be a warm day tomorrow. Make sure you close the windows before heading off to work. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. We're dry tomorrow completely. Sunshine across the area. Thursday, widespread showers, thunderstorms expected. Friday looks dry. More scattered showers and storms possible Saturday. Did you notice the sunset tonight had that reddish glow to it? We have a very small amount of wildfire smoke in the air tonight. It's not anything like it was before. In fact, just barely impacting our air quality. Still dealing with the same source, Canadian wildfires. Yeah, they're still going on. Thankfully, we're not expecting the levels to increase too much over the next couple of days. You can see just very light blues here, light smoke in the sky through Wednesday. It may thicken up slightly here Wednesday night, but again, not expecting too much of an impact here. What will be making the impact, the temperatures. We're in the upper 80s tomorrow, a very warm day, but not all that humid. It turns humid Thursday, and then it gets really hot Friday. It's 90. It's only just a couple of degrees warmer Friday compared to Wednesday, but we've got the high humidity that goes along with that. I'm thinking we're seeing some of the most uncomfortable air of the season. The highest humidity that we've seen so far this summer expected to arrive later this week. it does thankfully look to be relatively short lasting. Tonight, weather's looking pretty quiet. We've got high pressure building in. That's going to bring us lots of sunshine. It's also going to serve as a heat pump, bringing in some of that heat and humidity later this week. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the upper 50s. Sunshine 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the mid 60s. We'll see plenty of it throughout the day, and it will be a warm afternoon. Again, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Tomorrow night, the weather looks not anywhere near as comfortable. It should be a very warm night with a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then Thursday is going to be an unsettled day. We've got the chance for storms in the afternoon and evening. A few of these could be on the stronger side. This is all part of a warm front that's going to nose its way through central New York. Those storms, by the way, could pack gusty winds and locally heavy rain Thursday afternoon, so something we're going to have to watch. Patchy fog tonight, down to 60. Tomorrow, it's mostly sunny. High temperatures in the upper 80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Hazy, hot, and humid as we head into Friday. The weather does improve as we head into Sunday. We're going to see a drop in the temperature. We'll be in the 70s here. That'll be nice. Yeah. Heading into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Nice break from the heat.
And you know, now's the day where you get in the pool, you do those kind of things. But even on those nice 70 days, just float.
That's right. There you go.
All right, thanks, Bill. So, you heard from meteorologist Bill Curtis. You had the chance to go up there.
Yes.
Great time up there today, wasn't it?
Lots of good food, lots of great people, great weather too. Really can't go wrong here in the first couple of days of the fair. Tomorrow's a great day to go up.
Yeah.
80 to 85, perfect weather on the warm side, but grab another ice cream.
Good reason to do so, right?
Yeah, so we're tracking pretty nice weather here. And tonight, pretty good weather too. It's comfortable, it's dry. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking at pretty quiet weather. We did have a couple of thunderstorms across the southern valleys earlier this evening, but those have fallen apart, drifted to the south. Temperature-wise, it is cooling off. We are looking at temperatures in the mid-60s this evening. Tonight, we'll drop down into the low 60s. A good night to leave the windows open, cool off the house. We've got a warm day tomorrow. The chance for thunderstorms returns along with high levels of humidity and heat. Got to look at your forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, a Utica man.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Tracking a nice night across central New York. Not too bad. Temperatures are cooling off quickly. You can leave the windows open going to bed tonight. The weather looks to stay dry here overnight and throughout the day tomorrow. We're dry completely tomorrow. Our next chance of rain is Thursday. This is going to be widespread rain and thunderstorms. A few of those could be on the stronger side. Friday's looking dry, and then Saturday, a cold front arrives, and that's going to bring in some heat. It's going to put an end to some heat and humidity along with more thunderstorms. Did you notice the nice red sunset tonight? That is caused by, in part, wildfire smoke. It's just been very light, but some of it has returned. Just a very minor change in the air quality today. Same thing with tomorrow. The same source region, Canada, Alberta, Canada, has been causing smoke to make it into the Northeast. And the smoke that we're seeing today and tomorrow, it's going to be very light compared to what we saw in the month of June and earlier this month, too. The smoke will become lighter as we look ahead. Hot weather is the bigger story. We're close to 90 on Friday. With the heat, it's going to feel more like mid-90s, but it's going to be short-lived. A cold front arrives Saturday and puts an end to the heat and humidity. Before the cold front arrives, the levels of humidity look to be the highest that we've seen so far this summer, with dew points climbing into the 70s on Thursday and Friday. So it's going to be a tough go if you're not a fan of humidity. On the radar and satellite image, a very weak weather system moving across southern New York and into New England today. Did produce just a couple of lone showers in our area, but again, we're looking at dry weather tonight. Overnight lows drop into the upper 50s to low 60s. Beautiful day tomorrow, lots of sunshine. High temperatures pushing the upper 80s, so it's going to be a very warm day. A very warm night tomorrow night, an air conditioner type of night. Overnight lows only in the low 70s. Showers, thunderstorms possible tomorrow night.
A better bet for storms on Thursday. Some of these could pack a punch. We're not quite there yet, putting out an alert day, but we're heading in that direction, so we'll keep you posted. Again, gusty winds, locally heavy rain possible. The humidity really kicks up a notch along with the heat on Friday. Patchy fog tonight, low of 60. Tomorrow, sunshine, a warm day, a nice day. It's going to be very warm, though, a high of 88. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Humid storms Thursday, 84. Hazy, hot, humid Friday. We're dry, but it's 90. Good day to be by the pool. Showers, thunderstorms Saturday, 80 degrees. It's going to be a lot cooler here starting Sunday.
Like you said earlier tonight, almost early September.
A little taste of that.
All right. Not yet, though. We're not quite ready for that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Bill. So you heard it from Bill.